Hey everyone, so I am here to give you the craft for this week, and since it is Mother's Day, we're going to be making a special craft for our mothers or someone special in our lives. It could be grandma, it could be aunt, it could be stepmom, it could be even a teacher. Everyone has someone in their life that's really important and special lady. So this week we will be making the fourth and fifth graders, and maybe some of the second and third graders who think they're up to it, are going to make an origami paper tulip. And it's really cool because it will stand up on its own. So it's pretty neat. I'll show you how to do that. And then the kindergarten and first grade, and then the second and third graders too, can make this tulip here with some paper and straw. And if they want to make more than one, they can make more than one. They can make a bouquet. Anyway, so let me go ahead and show you how to do these. Of course, that paper tulip's not going to stand up now. Let me show you the easy one first. Okay, so this is the paper tulip. I have a template, and for the little ones, I'll probably try to print out the templates on the paper already so that all they have to do is cut. I know last week we had a little bit of trouble with tracing and cutting out, and it was kind of hard. But the second and third graders can use a template and they can trace it out. But anyway, so all they need to do is they cut their tulip out, and after they cut it out, they're gonna fold it like a fan. And it's very important that they fold it like a fan, otherwise it's not gonna come through on the straw correctly. So anyway, they just, hopefully it won't be too difficult for the little ones to cut the top part, but if they don't get it perfect, it's no big deal. It'll still look like a flower. So the important part is that, you know, they try to do it themselves. And I know cutting is not always easy for some of the kindergartners, but we can kind of help them along with that. So once you get it cut out, just make sure that when you're folding the fan, you want to make sure that it's wide enough to make a hole, okay? So you're going to start at the bottom, and you're going to fold it up, okay? And then you're going to fold it the other way. So like you're folding a fan. And then you keep folding it. It's only going to have a couple of folds. It's not going to have too many. And then after you get it all folded, you take your hole puncher and you go right through the middle. I did mine right where that top triangle is. So kind of right in the middle of that, not too close to the edges so that it doesn't break when they put it through. And then you take your straw and put it right through the middle. And then you can pull your tulip down and kind of fan it out. And now you have a paper tulip. And so for the leaves, I didn't even measure or anything. They can use their imagination and cut whatever kind of leaves they want. I just cut leaves like this and then attach them to the straw. And attaching it might, I used tape because the tape works better than the glue. They can try to glue it, but honestly, tape is probably going to work better. And then you have a nice paper tulip like that. Okay, so now on to the fun part. So if you're working with just the kindergarten and first grade, you don't need to watch the rest of this, but it's pretty cool. So what we're going to do for the origami tulip is take your piece of paper. It's a square. You're going to fold it in half, corner to corner, so that it makes a triangle. So we have a nice triangle here. And then open it up again, and we're going to fold it in half again along that crease. So you're going to fold it back up along that crease. And this is honestly just to give us a kind of a guideline. We know where the middle is. Then you're going to take this corner over here, and you're going to fold it up, but not all the way to the top. So the corners are not going to match up. So it looks like this. And then you're going to do the same thing with this side. So not up here, but over to the side. And then it's looking like a tulip. You just fold in on the back side. You're gonna take these corners and fold them in just a tiny bit so that you have see your little corners here. These are the back side, and now it looks like a tulip. So that part's pretty easy. And now for the stem, okay? So this is a little more difficult. That's why I saved this for the 4th and 5th graders. They have to do it pretty precisely, or it probably won't work. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna fold it in half again like a triangle. Okay, so you've got your triangle. Then open it up again. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna fold it like you would be folding a paper airplane, where you take right down the middle, like you're making the wings of a paper airplane. And try to get it as nice and neat as possible, and the end, the point, as nice and pointy, because that's what's going to hold your flower on. So there, I folded it in half like that. Now we're gonna do the exact same thing on this side. So we're gonna take this side and we're gonna fold it in like a paper airplane. So see, I'm folding again. Doesn't have anything to do with this line here. Just fold it and in right there. And the paper starts to get a little bit stiff after you get this part done. Then we're gonna go back to this side over here, and we're gonna do it one more time. So folding in right here. So if you just remember, it's just repeat steps, switch sides every time. So this part over here is gonna get really skinny, and the paper is gonna get really thick and a little bit more difficult to manage. So as long as they keep pressing and folding nice and neat, it'll work just fine. So after you get that part folded, see how I just folded that in one more time and then press down. After you get that part done, then you're gonna bring this top pointy part down to the bottom part, okay? And try to make it, again, as nice and neat as you can. And then press that bottom part. So now you have a shape that looks like this, okay? And then really simply, last step here, you're gonna take this and you're going to fold it in half, okay? And then that is your tulip stem. Kind of pull this little part out a little bit, and then there you have it. Pretty simple. And so how you attach the tulip is you could tape it if you wanted to, or glue it, but I think the easiest and the best is just to cut a teeny tiny part off of the bottom, not too much, and then you can open it up a little bit, and then you push it on top, or place it on top of your stem. And that is a paper tulip. It's so cool. I love it. Anyway, I'm glad that the kids are doing it because I want some of these. Anyway, so that is going to be our craft for this week, and it is a little bit more time intensive, but I think the kids will have a lot of fun doing it, and it's not going to stand up. And I think the moms are really going to love it too. So moms, grandmas, aunties, whoever it is, they are going to love this craft. So that is all I have for you this week.